So I usually don't make a lot of videos on non-Apple products, but I think the beauty in building your dream setup is you don't always need an Apple product to make that happen. And let's say you want to become a streamer or you need a Mac to achieve better video quality during work meetings. Well, the truth is, a MacBook or even a really high quality professional camera isn't always going to solve that, and that's okay. It's cool to buy something that fits your budget. And when it comes to a 4K webcam that comes at a really great price, this is absolutely it. Now, I've been working on building my home office setup for a pretty long time now for YouTube production work and also for when I work from home for my regular day job. And one of my least favorite things about taking work meetings is having to constantly shift my laptop around, raising and lowering the screen and trying not to show something too distracting. I'm sure we can all relate to that in some shape or form. But the default webcam on the MacBook just doesn't cut it sometimes, even on the Pro that I have over here. And that's why today I'm actually partnering with EMEET to show you guys their AI-powered 4K webcam. We'll dive into all the cool features that this thing has compared against my MacBook's built-in webcam, as well as my Sony a6700, the professional camera that I use to shoot pretty much all my videos on this YouTube channel, and also test out everything from a practicality perspective. That is, can you actually achieve similar results for a fraction of the cost? Let's find out. Now, the installation process couldn't be easier. It's pretty much plug and play. You do have a Type-C to Type-C cable that this thing is powered by. We also get a cute little panda cover for the webcam for when it's not in use. It covers up the dual lens system, which we'll talk about in just a moment. Now, you could also just keep it off for the most part, but I like that they included this nice little personal touch. And this one here, you probably haven't seen with traditional webcams, but you do get a tripod, which gives you a little bit more flexibility in terms of the viewing angle. Now, I know in my case, I usually like to keep my monitor raised a few inches above my desk, so having something like a traditional webcam kind of just sitting and looking down at you can honestly look a little awkward. But with the EMEET Piko Plus, I can conveniently set it up pretty much anywhere on my desk, and it's also compatible with the major quarter-inch tripod mount. So I can actually attach it to my regular tripod, or in this case, my overhead setup that I have over here, which is actually kind of cool. I like that I can, get those different angles. Now, the setup process is also super simple. All you have to do is plug it in and head on over to their website to download EMEET Studio. It's available for both Mac and Windows. And with this app, you can essentially view all the different settings that the webcam has, adjust the resolution. By default, you do start at 1080p, but I'm going to go ahead and change this over to 4K. And in the control section, you can also adjust how you want your microphone to sound. We'll talk about all three of these settings later on in this video, but one of the things that I love is having the ability to turn on effects. Now, you can choose to manually adjust them, or if you're like me, who's usually in a rush and joins meetings last minute, you can also choose from one of the pre-selected quick filters that you have right over here, which is great to see. And I'm actually really impressed with how this webcam quality looks so far. I mean, this is in 4K too, with the no lighting inside my room and default settings on the app. Now, you may have also noticed that this thing has a second lens. This is the AI assisted camera. It helps with the rapid autofocus and facial lighting. Now, with the EMEET Studio app, this also gives you the ability to select the actual focus range that you want. And so it works in real time, and the webcam will update as you're actually using it. For example, if you ever wanted to stream online, you can actually select the human face option. It's super simple. Alternatively, you could also use a DSLR or a mirrorless camera in my case, but carrying a big camera around can honestly be bulky. You'll often need a heavy-duty tripod to hold it, and it can also be an expensive option. I mean, like more than $1,000 for some cameras. But I just love how compact and light this thing is. Like, you can really achieve an entry-level streaming experience for like a tenth of the cost. It'll also work with most major streaming platforms as well. So if you're on Twitch, YouTube, you definitely have a lot of different options here. Now, another thing that the AI assisted camera is really good at is low light performance. I find that with the traditional webcam on the MacBook, or if you use continuity camera on your iPhone, both of these options just don't look all that great. They don't deliver the best results, especially with the iPhone. I mean, it's heavy, you need an additional accessory usually to prop it up, and you're not going to be able to use the iPhone when it's facing you. But with the EMEET Piko Plus, you not only have the dedicated tripod, but you also have AI tools at your disposal that help you with facial lighting, which you can use in real time, something that Mac doesn't offer natively. Now, this webcam uses deep learning algorithms to detect head and shoulder movements, which helps helps enable more natural facial exposure. That's why my face actually looks a little bit brighter here compared to the shot that was made on the MacBook. And you can also turn on intelligent optimization in the EMEET Studio app. This helps give your image a natural, brighter look, especially in darker environments. And take a look at it for yourself. This is with the no lights on versus having two lamps turned on in the background and versus having professional studio lighting on. And I just love that it's able to adjust itself for different lighting conditions, something that even the most expensive webcams on the market struggle to do. I'm like genuinely surprised that for under $100, you're able to get a webcam that is capable of producing 4K high quality video without having to invest in an expensive camera. I just love to see things like this because I honestly don't want to be carrying around my A6700 with me everywhere I go and setting that thing up, especially when you're streaming, when you're doing live interviews and stuff. It can be pretty annoying. All right, now the next part of this video is going to be a microphone test. You guys probably noticed the video quality and the audio probably sound a little weird. That's because this is being filmed on my 2021 MacBook Pro, and I wanted to do a little comparison for you guys and show you guys how it compares up against the EMEET Piko Plus. I'll show you guys that audio in just a second, but take a look at this. I mean, I'll move my chair around a little bit. We'll type a bit on the keyboard, and I'll also, put this little cup on the counter, and we'll be running a few different tests to see what kind of noises the EMEET Piko Plus is able to pick up, because noise reduction on this thing is actually pretty cool. All right, and this right over here is on the EMEET Piko Plus. Now immediately you'll probably notice that it sounds a lot more crispier compared to the MacBook, and it's also doing a much better job of sort of eliminating all of that excess background noise. That is something the MacBook struggles to do because the software in it does not offer any sort of noise reduction whenever you record a video or audio by default. Now, one of the things to keep in mind about the Piko Plus is that it does offer 3 different audio modes. So the mode that I'm on right now is called live mode. It's really good for when you're streaming, for when you're at home, you got some meetings to take, and it's going to offer moderate steady state noise cancellation. So you might see a little bit of noise being picked up every now and then. But the cool thing about the Piko Plus is that it does have different options for different noise reduction needs. So let's say you have a little bit more noise going on in the background and you kind of want to filter that noise out. You can select the noise reduction option in EMEET Studio. And I love this. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and place this on the counter again. I'll sort of move my little chair around right over here. We'll also just type on the MacBook randomly. And you guys can see the difference. It definitely does a much better job at reducing the noise. And lastly, we have the original mode as well. This is going to be really good for achieving more natural sound. But yeah, I'm really liking the way that this thing looks. I mean, it's very creator and very streamer friendly. If you're a YouTuber or an aspiring streamer or someone who simply wants to ace their recruitment interviews and just leave a really strong impression, this really is one of the best webcams you can get, especially at this price point. And you're getting a high quality 4K webcam with built-in AI features that you can use in real time. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, learned something new, and hopefully I'm able to help you guys make a more informed decision and, really help you guys build and improve your actual studio at home and kind of help improve productivity as well. And if you guys are interested, EMEET does sell this camera on Amazon. You can also purchase it in a couple of the colors as well. The link will be down in the description box below. And again, a huge shout out to EMEET for sending this over for today's video. This really was a fun video to make, and I'm glad you guys got a glimpse into what products I actually use, because hint hint, it's not always going to be an Apple product. And I do encourage you guys to always try out something different every once in a while. But anyways, I will catch you guys on our next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.